What you talking about mission? Like, what you mean mission? Like a mission trip? Like what, we on a mission? A mission. Okay. So a mission is why you do what you do. Period. A lot of people will say, your mission is your why. Your mission is, which it is, but like, I want you to think of your mission as in like, I'm here to complete this thing. I'm here to complete this. It's my why I do what I do. It's my why I wake up. And hear me, I don't wake up every morning being like, my mission is to, I sort of kind of do, but I'm not saying that you need to, right? Because everybody's energy is different, but your mission in why you approach your work, the way you approach your work, the way you approach your practice, the way you develop your confidence, the way you combat imposter syndrome is through your mission. Your mission is what keeps you optimistic. Your mission is what keeps you hopeful, because your mission is like, I do this for this. It's beyond money. Money will never amount to living out. It just won't. The money will, I believe, multiply your mission. The money will like magnify and give you a bigger platform and your ability to do different things. But living out, like in this moment, I feel like I'm living out my mission and I'm not making a dime from it. So nobody can come give me $100 grand and make me do this with any more energy, because I am convinced that I'm supposed like this. I'm just convinced, right? So my life mission is to instill the right to confidence into other people by way of passion, love, repetition, and relationship. I could say it like that because it's been my life mission for, again, almost 12 years. And when you think about what your life mission is, I want you to think about one, something quick, something you can say, a one sentencer that's just like, what do I want to do? And your life mission is also it's a guiding post. It's a fence. It's a filter, right? I filter all my decisions through it. Is me doing this podcast a way that I can instill the right to confidence into other people? Yes, right? I want to instill the right to confidence into other people by a passion. This is a passion. You can see it. Passion, love. I love what I'm talking about. Repetition. I'm showing up every single week in relationship. I want to grow in a relationship with you. So it already met the test. So when you're thinking about like, okay, even if you don't do a podcast, or you don't speak, or you're not an entrepreneur, I don't care. Every single person, I believe, needs to have a mission for their life. Wonder why? Every business does, or should. If your business don't have a mission, you need to go back to the drawing board. That's another story for another day. But the same way that businesses have missions, it's what they're trying to accomplish. Why are they here? It's the same thing. What are you trying to accomplish? Why are you here? And I believe that people who have a guiding mission for their life just hit better, to hit different. Their energy's different. I believe you wake up different. You live different when you are convinced and convicted and have clarity around your mission for your life. Okay. Next, vision. Your vision is your mission coming to fruition. Your vision is your mission coming to fruition. Okay, so if you're saying, okay, Coach Rees, I think I'm clear on what my mission is. How do I develop a vision? Well, my vision is just the fruition. My vision is the fruit of my mission being lived, right? My vision is, what do I expect to see because I'm doing this? So my vision for my life is I expect to see people living out their purposes confidently, whatever that may look like. So if the future you're watching this, you leave a comment and you're letting me know, or when people come back and they say, yo, because of da-da-da-da, or I can just see people who have been impacted by my energy, that is my vision. I only want you to be able to live out a life that you love. That's it. That's my vision. I want to see people living confidently with authentic lives, just out here, stunting, getting it, going from survive to thrive, two-step. Like that's it. Like that's all I want to see from life. Like I want my energy to do that for other people. So your vision is the fruition of your mission. So when you're writing this out, again, it should only be about a sentence or something. You're just saying, okay, boom. Like, what do I want to see? What do I want to see as a result? If I'm doing this, the outcome of me doing this equals this. What I'm doing, mission, outcome, vision. Period. Don't make it any more simpler than that, or any more harder than that. It's simple, y'all. 3, Values. Whew. Man, values are the priorities that dictate how I do what I do and who I do what I do. What I do, who I do, what I do. The values are the priorities that dictate what I do and who I do life with and how I do life, how I spend my time, how I spend my money. My values are also standards. My values are also goals. So when, not like my values are goals, but like my values are goals for me. Okay, so values are the goals that you have for your life because they show you what you're trying to achieve. Now, this is where you insert because we're only human, because we're not perfect, all those cliches that are dumb, okay? Yes, my values are attempts. My values are things that I want to align myself with. My values are the measuring stick by which I am trying to live up because that is the standard I'm setting for my life. So if one of my values is to be a person of integrity, that is something that I achieve to aspire to. Okay? Remember, aspirational capital, right? I aspire to be a woman of my word. I aspire to be somebody who was prompt and on time. I aspire to spend my money a specific way. I aspire. And that might be a better way to actually explain values now that I think about that, right? Like, is your values are, I think, your aspirations are the things that you hope to achieve. And the reason why I say it is because, again, none of us are perfect. So we don't always hit our values. But my values are the standards that I set, that I strive to hit on a daily basis. Okay? Whew. So also another way you can think about it like this. My values are goals for my behaviors. Right? So my values, I aspire for my behavior to align with these standards. And this is how I want to align my behavior with these standards. Sometimes I fall short. It happens. But I'm also going to give myself grace. I'm not going to give myself shame. And I'm going to rise up and say, okay, boom, I missed the mark. Psh, what was the indicator of that? How did I fail? What can I do better? Boom, learn from it. And you just keep moving. As long as I keep living, I'm going to keep moving. Period. Okay? Now we talk about purpose. I'm going to be real brief about purpose because I've just purpose is what purpose is. You know, I'm that purpose. But purpose, 3 pieces. And I have a full episode on purpose. And that's why I'm going to be quick about this. But purpose is now I've discovered 3 pieces. It's the being, the doing, and becoming. Okay? Purpose is threefold. Some people might say your purpose is your mission or your purpose is your why. I think you need to know them all. That's why it's MVP. Okay? But your purpose is being, doing, and becoming. The being aspect of my purpose is my ability to really just be who I am. I do not believe that you can live out your purpose authentically let me say it like this. I do not believe you can live out your purpose if you're not authentic. That's what I meant to say. Okay? So your being, the being who you are, like rest. If you rest, that's a part of your purpose because you need that balance. If you rest and you take breaks and you do what you got to do, that's a part of your purpose because you're a human and you're being able to live out another aspect of your full humanity. So you just being you hanging out with your friends, you hanging out with your partner, you hanging out with your kids, all those aspects, activities and hobbies and all that stuff, that's a part of your purpose, right? You just being you growing in your craft, that's part of your purpose. Now we have doing. The doing aspect is where I'm going to weave in passions. Okay. So the doing is me executing. The doing of your purpose is the execution. Got it? So I've got my being me, who I am, thriving and growing in my authenticity, my self-awareness, my emotional confidence. Get money, being me. But then the doing is the executing. Okay, so today is Monday. Yesterday on Sunday, it was a rest day for me. I just was chilling in my purpose, chilling, caught up on some shows, chilling. That was it. Still being in my purpose, but I was chilling because I needed the energy to come in here. That was my being. I just was being me. Today, I'm doing me because I'm going to do me. You do you, right? That's what this is, right? I'm executing in my purpose. So you have the being, you have the doing. The execution is of your passions. The execution is of your gifts, of your hobbies, right? That's that like the doing. When you're doing it, okay? The third piece is becoming. This is where I insert potential. So again, how I cover purpose is being, doing, and becoming. Being who you are, being authentic, being anchored in yourself, all the above. The doing is the execution of my gifts, my talents, my passions, my hobbies, all of that. The becoming, that is potential. And I think your purpose is something that you continually have the ability to be, because the more you grow, the more you'll know, and the more you'll see how much more further you kind of have to go. But I think potential is this. I think potential is the culmination of the amount of times we were able to be our best selves. I don't think potential is something that's like, yes, it's so far off, but because we don't know when our time here on earth is going to expire, because we don't know, that's really it. We don't know. Like, we don't know when anything may happen in life, because we don't control life and time and death in that way. Like, I don't want to say, oh man, like, I don't know if I'm reaching my potential. Like, I don't know. So the way that I make sense of this is my potential is my ability to be my best self every day in the being and the doing, the culmination of the amount of times I was able to do that. I think is like, do I think like if I was to die today, I hit my potential? Part of me says, yeah. And other parts like, I don't want to say no, because I would say, yeah, I think I did. But the excitement comes in, and this is where that optimism and that hope comes in, is like, God, I still have so much more on my heart that I want to achieve. I have so many more things that I want to get done. I have a platform that I want to be able to create to give you glory, to be able to like inspire so many more people. But if I don't, does that mean I didn't hit my potential? I don't think so. Especially depending on how I died, right? Not to get all morbid, but that's the thought. A lot of times people say, man, they didn't reach their potential. And I think people don't reach their potential because they did not do the things, because they did not operate and be in their best selves. And when I talk about being our best selves, what I mean is the ability to be authentic to you, the ability to grow in your emotional confidence, your ability to be self-aware and self-manage and gain some self-clarity and to execute those gifts. And a lot of times we hear that in sports. It's like, man, she's not reaching her potential, not playing to her potential. And a lot of times that's true. Like, people aren't, because they're not being their best selves. So I know that was a lot, but I hope that you caught what I was wanting you to catch out of that. And how I want to bring this back full circle again is, you are the real MVP. You're the real MVP, y'all. And I believe that when you are anchored by an MVP, when you're anchored by your mission, your vision, your values, your purpose, your passions and potential, this is going to enable you to live out your purpose with confidence. And I believe that everybody's purpose is connected to helping somebody else live out theirs. I believe everybody's purpose is connected to humanity. And this is why I am so enamored and convinced that my purpose is to empower other people to live out theirs. I believe that my purpose is to model what it looks like to live out a purpose with confidence. So that is why I say hashtag be the model. I want you to be the model, because you modeling what it's like to live out your purpose with confidence is going to give somebody else the confidence to do the exact same thing. And there's too many of us who do not have models for the things that we aspire to be. And so I'm encouraging you to be that thing. I'm encouraging you to be that person. I'm encouraging you to tell your story. I'm encouraging you to shine. I'm encouraging you to get anchored in the things that you need to get anchored in, so that way somebody else's life can be impacted because you chose to be the real MVP. And when you choose to be the real MVP, that's going to empower somebody else to be the exact same thing, because you are equipping yourself with the energy that you need in order to be the real MVP